Excellent. Okay, good morning. This is the time set for public hearing on proposed rule 180-001. Okay. My name is Yufeng Luo, Deputy Public Records Advocate, and I'll be serving as the hearings officer for this public hearing. We are recording this hearing and it will be made available, posted on our website as meeting minutes and transcription. Okay, so here is our agenda for today. A brief welcome, and I do intend to just briefly introduce the proposed rule in our notice, as well as the version that went out to stakeholders and what's posted on the Secretary of State's website. There's an explanation of each item of the proposed rule that you can review for reference. For our purposes, I'll briefly just describe the rule and the purpose of the rule. That'll take us to about 10:15, where I will begin the public hearing section of that. Folks in, and I'll talk a little bit about that once we get there. This hearing does last until 12 p.m. We will hold this Teams meeting open until that point in time, though if there are no active public commentators at the time, we may just briefly pause the recording until someone is interested in making a comment. Okay, so this proposed rule, it all kind of is housed under one rule, 180-001, but there's kind of two distinct purposes that the rule sets out to achieve. And the first is kind of a housekeeping function, which is just to implement the notice requirements that for rulemaking under 183335, and also adopting the Oregon Attorney General's Model Rules of Administrative Procedure. The second purpose is to formally adopt rules of policy and procedure governing the provision of facilitated dispute resolution services. Now, practically what that means is that, first off, the Office of the Public Record Advocate's statutory obligations and what our authority extends to, that's well defined in statute. The purpose of these rules is just to provide a little bit more contour and shape to a particular form of service that our office can provide, which is this kind of formal facilitated dispute resolution service. The purpose of these rules, again, formalizes the processes and procedures governing delivery of facilitated dispute resolution services. Of note, these rules do not affect the current and ongoing delivery of the sort of informal mediation between records requesters and public bodies that we have been doing since the inception of the office. Our statutory authority is identified ORS 192-468 and ORS 192-464. Okay, at this time, following that brief introduction, I'm going to go ahead and open the public hearing. I just wanted to point out the rules that we have include the time limit, which for each commentator, you have a 3-minute time limit that I will track. Please go ahead and raise your hands in Teams chat, or if you are joining us from on the phone, unmute just to state that you are kind of in line for, or that you're going to provide public comment today. And I will track that, and you will be called in the order in which hands are raised. Once you are teed up to give commentary, I will ask that you please state your name for the record as well as your affiliation. So if you are with speaking on behalf of a public body, or if you are a media stakeholder, or if you are an interested member of the public, right, that would be considered your affiliation. And I will also ask that you please keep your mic muted unless it is your turn to speak. Okay, and with that, I will go ahead and invite any public comment at this time. If you can please, if you are interested, just go ahead and raise your hand in the Teams chat, or if you're on the phone, unmute and let us know.
No, I'd like to comment.
Okay, well, you are first in line. So let me go ahead and get my timer set up for 3 minutes here. Okay, and if you can please state your name and affiliation, I will go ahead and start the time when you do.
My name is Scott Forster, and I'm an interested citizen.
Please go ahead.
I fully support the proposal and wanted to just have it noted here. That's the conclusion of my statement. Thank you.
Okay, I appreciate that, sir. Are there any other, do I hear any other public comment at this time? Okay, I think that I will give it until 10:15, at which time I will stop the recording. If any other members of the public, or if anybody that's online now wishes to comment after that period of time, I will be here monitoring the hearing, and we will resume recording at that time. But for now, I will give it until 10:15. Okay, it is now 10:15. I'm going to temporarily cease recording. Again, this meeting will this hearing will remain open until the scheduled time, 12 p.m., in case anyone who wishes to give comment is appearing at a later time during that block. Thank you.